Today we are going to discuss about the Oasis Infobyte project, and here we have been asked to develop a ATM interface which will be able to carry out the following functionalities like the withdrawing money from one account, depositing money to an account. We can transfer money from one account to another account, and we can also view the transaction history which has been performed on any account. And after that, if the user wants, he can also quit from the console. Next, let us discuss about the project structure. The project generally consists of this four classes, you can say. First is the account class, which will store the account name, the account holder name, the account number, the PIN of the registered user. Followed by that, there is the account class, ATM class, I'm sorry, which will be allow us to carry out the withdraw operation, the display details operation, the deposit money operation, the account transfer operation. Followed by that, there is a run ATM class, which will allow the user to enter into the ATM application. Okay, if the user is registered, then only it will allow, otherwise it will display error message. And then at last there is the main class, which is controlling all the above classes and the workflow of the program. Followed by this, let us now discuss about what is present in the account class. In the account class, we have the following member variables, you can say. One is the account number. Followed by that, there is the account holder name. There is a pin which is holding the secret key or the secret 4-digit code of the user, which is secret to the user. Followed by that, it is storing the account balance in a balance variable. Next, it is storing the unique ID, and followed by that, account number. So the account number here is made a static value so that the account number is unique. Once the one account is created, the account number is incremented by 1. It is a static variable, so that when new accounts are created successively, each account is getting a new account number. And the pin is always set to be in a digit of 4. It has to be of 4-digit pin number. If it is not, then the user is supposed to enter again and again, otherwise it will display a error message. At last, the unique ID is something special over here, because since we are not having the cards, or you can say the debit card over here, so the unique ID, you can say, is a unique user authenticating device or ID which the user has to remember to perform out or carry out operations on his account. Then let's discuss about the member methods which are present in the account class. In account class, there is a create account, which is useful for creating the new accounts of a customer. Here we are creating account because if account is not present, or a user is not having any account, then we cannot carry out any ATM like operations on the user. So every user is entitled to have an account which will have a unique account number, followed by that user pin and user ID, since we do not have any debit card as I mentioned earlier. And it will also have an initial deposit amount with which the user is supposed to open the bank account. And there is also do while loop, which will check if the pin entered it is a 4-digit or not. Then after creating our account, we are creating a text file in the name of the user, followed by the account number, because every transaction history has to be stored in this text file. And after every account is created, the account variable is incremented by 1, so that the next account, when it is created, it is getting a unique account number. Next, let us come to the next class, that is the ATM class. The ATM class will have all the basic needs or the basic operation which the ATM is supposed to perform. It has the withdraw method, the deposit method, the transfer method, the display details, and the quit method. The withdraw method obviously allows us to withdraw money from the user when the balance is large enough, or if balance is sufficient, or the account balance is sufficient, then the money that the user wants to withdraw, then the withdraw will be performing properly. After that, it will, otherwise it will display error message if the balance is insufficient. After that, there is a deposit. If we want to deposit some money to any account or our account, then we can use the deposit method. Followed by that, there is a transfer method, which is allowing us to transfer the balance, or you can say funds, from one account to another, or rather say account transfer. Followed by that, we have the display details. If we want to display the details of all the transaction history which has been performed on our account with the date and time, then we can use the display details function. After that, we can use the quit function to quit from the interface and allow the next user to perform any ATM like operation. Now, all the operations that I mentioned, they uses the scanner class, the date class, to take the input by using the scanner class, and the date class is used to store the details of the date and time of every operation which is being carried out on any account. It also uses the buffer reader and the file writer because all the transaction that we perform is saved in a text file in the name of the account number, so that if the transaction history is asked, we can display the details from that text file. Now let's come to the next class, that is the run ATM class. In run ATM class, what we are doing is that we are searching the account by unique ID. If the user by that unique ID is not registered in our system, then we cannot carry out the ATM like operation. So this run ATM class consists of two classes. One is the account search by unique ID and one is the demo. The account search by unique ID is performing the search operation. It is searching for the unique ID if it is available in the bank accounts that is already created. If it is not created, then it will display the message that user is not yet registered. After that, there is a demo function which is allowing us to perform all the ATM related functions, that is withdraw, deposit, transfer by fund, and display details and quit. Okay, now let's come to the main class which is controlling all this above process. The main class, it is the starting point of this ATM application. It is first creating the bank accounts. Okay, in this case we are creating five bank accounts for our test cases. Followed by that, it is performing the ATM like operation. It is calling the run ATM class in loop so that the ATM machine continues running when user after user. Okay, now we will see the code, but before seeing the code, when we will demonstrate the code, we will keep five things in mind, that we are going to create five accounts, and you can see the display, that is these are going to be the parameters for creating our accounts. After that, we will perform these five operations on every account. Now let's first see the code that I have mentioned. Now let's move to our IDE and see the code. So here in our IDE, so we have the class account. Okay, there is a static account number which is going to be unique for every instance of account that is being created. We have the account holder name, the PIN, which is obviously going to be a 4 digit every time. We are adding this check over here that the length of the PIN should always be 4, otherwise the user have to keep on entering the PIN. After that, there is a unique ID. As I mentioned, since there is no debit card, so the user also has to remember the unique ID to perform operations on his account. So this is the create account. Okay, if I zoom out, so this is the create account. Okay, so once an account is created, all the details are saved in a text file over here, you can see. So we are creating a new file in the name of the account number of the user, and we are storing the details like account is created and the account number is this, user ID is this, account holder name is this, followed by the PIN, balance, and the date are updated accordingly. Followed by this, we have the ATM class which is having the withdraw function, as you can see over here. If I zoom out a bit, so this is the withdraw function. Okay, it is asking how many money in multiples of 100 we want to withdraw, and then it is searching for the account balance which is stored in the file.txt. If the balance is enough to satisfy the withdraw amount, then the withdrawal will be done successfully. If not, then error will be displaying. It will show insufficient balance, and it will also show the remaining balance every time one withdraw operation is performed. Now next, we have the deposit by transfer. Okay, so I will display it like later on. So next we have the deposit. If we want to deposit some money into our account, then we can perform this deposit operation. Followed by that, there is a transfer. Now if you want to transfer some account money from one account to another, we will use this, and here it will take two account parameter, the account from which we want to withdraw money and the account which will be receiving the money. Okay, so and once this is done, the following details are being written to the account, that we have transferred this amount of funds at time this and to this account. Okay, now next we have the display details. If the user wants to see the details of his or her account, then he can display the details using this function. Okay, now you can see we have used trade dot sleep 30,000 and like this is because to give a real ATM like feel, we are keeping a few time delay, because ATM are not simultaneous. There is some delay between the operations while taking that cash or when switching from one interface to another, there is some time lag. So to give a real time or real life you can say experience of the ATM, we have kept some delay time by using the thread.sleep methods. Then after that, there is a quit method which will allow the ATM to be quitted. Then there is the run ATM, which is performing the account search by the unique ID. Followed by that, there is the a demo account, demo, and then it is taking account as parameter, which is taking the list of account which is available in our system. So it is asking the user to enter his unique ID and enter his pin, and then the check for pin is done. If pin matches, then the user will be allowed to carry out the ATM operations. Next, we have the main class, which is creating the account first, and then it is calling the run ATM, which is allowing the user to carry out the run application. Okay, so let us come back to our PPT. So we will now run our code that we have designed, and we have to keep the operations which we are going to perform in mind. We are going to perform mainly 5 operations on our code, and at first we will create this 5 user accounts by the following user ID, and this will be the initial deposit amount, and this will be the pin which will be are going to be unique to the users. And after that, we will perform this 5 operations. As you can see, withdrawing 5,000, depositing 4,000, transferring 2,000, and withdrawing 200, and like this operations. So at first, what we will do, we will go to our project directory, and then we will compile the code. So let's go to our project directory. So here I am in my project directory. I will open the terminal over here, and we will compile our project. So we will write simply jvsc in .java, because my Java file was named main. And so after compilation, I will just run the file by writing Java. It's simple. So it has entered into the creating account mode. So I am supposed to create 5 accounts, and the credentials will be this. So you can note down the credentials, and we will create accordingly. So the first username was Siddharth. So let me quickly write the following details. Okay, and it is asking for the username. It was sid underscore 2003. So let's press enter. After that, is asking us for entering the 4-digit user pin. Let it be 1234. Okay, so after that, it's asking for us to enter the initial deposit amount or the opening balance of the account. So let us write 10,000 as it was written there. So it is showing that the account is successfully created, and the account number is this for mine. Okay, for the next user account holder, now we will create the new account. So it was Rishabh. So let me quickly enter the details. So it was 2003 again. So 4-digit pin was 2003 for Rishabh, and initial deposit amount, let us limit to 5,000. After that, it is showing that congratulations, your account is created, and these are the details of the account being created. Okay, next it is asking for the account holder name. Next account holder name, let it be Sign, and the username be SAYA underscore 2003. Okay, 4-digit pin, let us keep it to 3626. Let the initial deposit amount of Shine, let us keep it to 5,000 again, and it is showing that the account is created successfully, and these are the details. Now let me create another account for my next user, that is Pankaj. Okay, after that, it is asking that what should be the username of the Pankaj. That will be dip underscore 2003. Next, it is asking for the 4-digit pin, and let it be 1106. After that, it is asking us for entering the initial deposit amount of the Pankaj, let it be 3,000. Next, it is showing that successfully account has been created. And at last, let us create another last user account, that is for Prinod. Okay, the username can be PRD underscore 2003. It is asking us for entering the 4-digit pin. Let us skip it to 3456. After that, is asking us for entering the initial deposit amount. Let it be 2,000. Okay, now all my accounts are created, and now we will enter into the ATM mode. Okay, so we are in the ATM mode. It's asking us for entering the card on my unique ID. Since we do not have any debit card over here, so we will justify or judge or derive our account or access our account by using our unique ID. So let us see that what was the first operation that we are supposed to perform. So the first operation which we are supposed to perform is we will withdraw 5,000 from Sid's account and check the updated balance. So let us move to the terminal. So my SID's user ID was SID underscore 2003. It is asking us for entering the pin. Once the pin matches, it will allow us to perform the operation. So we can see pin is matched and we can perform the following operation. So I will press 1 for withdrawing, and it's asking us how much money we want to withdraw. So it was 5,000 we wanted to withdraw. So it's showing your transaction is processing. Thank you for banking with us. And I've given a time delay so that we are getting a realistic view of the ATM. So what is the next operation which you are supposed to perform? The next operation is deposit 4,000 to Rishabh's account. So let us do the following. So Rishabh's user ID was Rish underscore 2003. It's asking us for entering the pin. Rishabh's pin was 2003 and we want to deposit. So we'll press 2. And how much money we want to deposit? 4,000 money. So let's press enter. It is showing processing your request. Please wait. And I've given a time delay so that it is going to be a realistic view. So again, my transaction is done successfully. What is the next operation that we are supposed to perform? Let's have a look. So next operation which we are supposed to perform, we are doing transfer 2,000 from Science account to Dipankar's account. Now, while doing this, we need to remember Dipankar's account number, which was 1114. Why? Because in real life also, when we are transferring some funds from one account to another, we are transferring to another user by his account number, right? So here also we are going to transfer money from one account to another by using the other account's account number. So Dipankar's account number was 1114. So what we will do, we will enter into Science profile and then we will transfer. So let's see. So we will go to Science profile. So Science user ID was SAYA underscore 2003. Okay. So it is asking us for entering the pin. Science pin was 1106. I'm sorry. Science pin was 3636 as per my record. Okay. So my pin matched and it is showing that these are the operations which we can perform. So we will do account transfer. So let's press 3. It is asking us enter the account number to transfer funds. So we want to transfer to the Pankar's account. So it will be 1114. Okay. So enter the amount for transferring fund. How much we want to put transfer? We want to transfer 2,000, right? So we will press 2,000. So enter the account number of the recipient. This is for double confirmation. Okay, done. So it's saying processing your request. Please wait. So after a few seconds, yes, my account transfer is completed successfully, and we are going back to the login page. Okay, now we will perform the last operations, that is withdraw 200 from Pinon and deposit 4,000 to Pinon and check updated balance. So let's go. So we will enter Pinon's ID, PRD underscore 2003. It was my Pinon's user ID. Okay, so we will enter pin, that was 3456 for Pinon. After that, we want to withdraw 200 rupees, right? So we will press 2 for withdrawing or 1 for withdrawing. Sorry. So we want to withdraw 200 rupees. Okay, so your transaction is processing. So withdraw is successful because the account balance was sufficient that we wanted to withdraw. After that, it is asking us for the Pinon's account. Again, we will now do deposit 4,000 to Pinon's account. So PRD was for 2003 and it was 3456. Now this time we will deposit. So we'll press 2. So enter amount you want to deposit. So how much amount we want to deposit? We want to deposit 4,000 rupees. It is showing processing your request. Please wait. So after a few seconds, our transaction is completed and we will move back to login page. Again, I am saying I have added a few time delay because to give a realistic view, because ATM are not working always simultaneously, right? So all our work is now complete. And what is the last work left? That we will check transaction history of all these 5 accounts that we have created and perform the operation. So we will start with Siddharth's account. So it will be Sid underscore 2003. Once we press enter, we are supposed to enter our pin. So it was 1234, and we will display the account details. That is by pressing 4. It is displaying the account details. So see, this was my account created on this date. Okay, at this time my balance was this, and after that we transferred 5,000. Withdrawed 5,000 from that account, and the remaining balance is 5,000. So the screen will time out automatically after 30 seconds. So we will wait for that. and we will perform the next transaction history on Rishabh's account. So let's go. So let's wait for a couple of seconds now for going to the login page again. So we are in our login page and we will now enter into Rishabh's account, RDSH underscore 2003. So it is asking us for entering the PIN, so it will 2003. So we want to now to display the account details on the transaction history of Rishabh. So we press 4 and it will take some time, and it is showing that the account was created at this time and we deposited 4,000 at this time and the present balance is this. Okay, so nothing is happening, it is just reading the file, the text stored in the file, and it is displaying on the terminal. So we will again wait for a couple of 30 seconds and let's see what we have the transaction detail for Sayan, Dipankar and Pino. So let's go. So let's wait for a couple of seconds now. So we are in our login screen again. So we want to enter the Sayan's transaction history. So it will be SAY underscore 2003. Okay, now it is asking us for entering the pin. Sayan's pin was 3636. Okay, so display account details 4. So it will display the account details. So from Science account, we obviously transferred 2000 rupees to the Pankar's account. So see, here it is displayed. We transferred 2000 rupees from this account, and this was the time at which we transferred the account, and the remaining balance is this. So again, after 30 seconds, it will time out, and next we will see the Pankar's account details. So let's wait for a couple of seconds and allow this to time out. So we are back in our login portal and we will now enter into the Bunker's profile. So it will be DIP underscore 2003. So it was pin was 1106. So we want to see the account details. So we'll press 4 again. Okay, it will take some time and see the amount that we deposited to or transferred from Science account will act as deposit of 2000 to this account. So see, we see deposit of 2000 was made, initial balance was 3000 and the remaining balance is now 5000 that is being ended. So we can see the balance has updated by the account transfer also. At last we will now left to see the account details of Pinon, and after this we will quit the application. So let's wait for this to go back to the login page. So we are in our login page again and we will wait for Prenon's account. So we will be PRE underscore 2003. We are in our Prenon's account. We'll enter the print, which was 3456, and we'll see the account details of Prenon by pressing 4. So we will see the account details of Prenon now. So see, these are the details of account Prenon's account. That was account created at this time. Then we withdraw 200 rupees and we deposited 4,000 rupees. So this was the overall ATM application which I have created. So this will be available in my GitHub profile. You can always contribute in this code. So hope you like this project, and you can always comment your recommendation and your queries in the comment section below. So I hope you like the project. Thanks for watching.